Welcome to the press conference for The Snake Brothers. This is a film which is included in the main competition. I also welcome our guests. We have the producer, Ondřej Zeman, Helena Undrychova on behalf of Czech Television. She's a producer at the Film Center. Then the director, Jan Prušinovský, Matěj Hádek, Krištof Hádek, the screenwriter, Jaroslav Šváček, and David Maj and Jan Hájek. To start with, I would like to ask about the development of this film project, about the script. That may be a question for the producers. How did it come to be? Good afternoon. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm here mainly to balance up the genres of the people, among the people here at the front. Anyway, the screenwriter Šváček wrote the script as his student project in his third year at the Drama Academy, and he applied, or he enlisted in a competition. The foundation said that it was a good product. Czech Television and RWE were also notified that this was a promising project. We got the script from RWE about 2.5 years ago. And it took us quite a long time to persuade others like Czech Television and the State Fund that the script was worthwhile and it would be a good idea to make a film. And we're really happy that we did that. Honza, how did you get to the script? And what caught your attention? I didn't get it through RWE, but through Petr Jarchovský, because Petr Jarchovský is a teacher at the Film Academy where I studied, and where Jarda also studied. And through Petr, in whose year, in his third year, Jarda was studying, he was your supervisor for the script, wasn't he? Yes, he was. That's not me, it is you. Music started suddenly playing. I'm sorry. I'll say it again. Petr Jarchovský sent me the script and he said that I might like it, and I did. So I got in touch with Jarda, and we spent 2 more years working on the script together, and then we made the film. And in what phase did the Hájek brothers get involved? In your head, I mean. When did you start thinking about them? How did it come that you cast them? Originally, I wanted this to be a non-actor film, but then I thought it was too much work. So I chose actors. And Matěj and Krištof were my first choice. I knew Krištof, I called Krištof. I asked him whether he might go for it with his brother. He then called Matěj and they said yes. Matěj, Krištof, was it like a dream to play together, to play such large roles? And was it a good thing that you are brothers or not? Yes, it was. We talked about something like that a long time ago, that it would be a good thing to find something interesting and get roles for both of us and enjoy it. And it happened. And obviously it's always nice if you go to work with your brother, provided that your relationship is good. Does anybody else have questions? Obviously, I'm not the only one who needs to ask questions all the time. The premiere was a little while ago. Can we just say how many people have seen the film? Has it been to some other festivals? The film was launched in mid-February. I think it's still on in some cinemas. And just over 80,000 people have seen it. Given the current situation, we find this a success. We are happy. As for festivals, So far, 2 more festivals confirmed, our Invitation, Vienna and Ula, and we are talking to some others. We saw the film a while ago, but I still remember that I couldn't decide who was better, Krzysztof or Matěj. What will they do if only one of them gets an actor award? How will the other one react? Thank you. What will you do? It's always going to be for the both of us. Well, if that happens, the question is who's going to go and receive it. Yes, that's true. No. The way it is that I'm not sure whether I'm actually answering the question, but since we are lucky to have the same mum, the harmony comes much more easily. The mother, the common mother gives us the added value. Yeah, okay, so our mum will come and receive the award. Yeah, she will get on her scooter. Czech Radio, good afternoon. Mr. Prushinovsky, could you just tell us why you chose real biological brothers to play in your film? Because they are both actors. And they look alike. I don't know. It was sort of an intuitive choice. And given how well the film works, I think it was the right choice. And do you think that no one else but biological brothers would be able to play that better? Not that I'm putting the performances of these brothers into question. I think that this added attribute was fun. I think you could tell. Because they were watching each other, checking each other, making sure that neither one was better than the other. So there was this sort of, not really a rivalry, but nice tension. It was really nice to watch that, to observe that, how they talk to each other, how they check each other when they're acting together. And when they were not acting together, the other one was usually asking what the other one, or the first one, was doing the previous day. That's how it worked. And that's not quite usual. We were not asking how they were acting, we were asking what they were doing. Oh, but that's one and the same thing. I would like to ask whether at home one of you was a more naughty child and the other one a less naughty child, and is it the same in the film? Does it correspond? No, it doesn't. It was sort of normal, like between siblings. No, I can't think of anything specific. We were taking turns, sort of. But because Krzysztof is slightly younger than my older brother, it's like it usually is. The older brother makes things easier for the younger one, because the parents are also getting older. So we would be beaten up for some things that Krzysztof wouldn't. But we are both nice kids. And since we have other actors here as well, I will ask Jan Hájek. For you, it was the first opportunity to appear in a film because Honza cast actors who are well known in the theatre, or acknowledged theatre actors, but they haven't done much in film. How did you get the role. I say it again. At Karlovy Vary. Honza Prushinovsky told me that he and his wife came to see a play in Činoherní klub. Lucie Žáčková is in the play. She plays my wife in the film. In Ostrava, we dated each other, we nearly became husband and wife, but that was a long time ago. Obviously, they didn't know about that. And on their way to the theatre, because they went to see her, because they wanted perhaps to cast her, they had a big row. They had a terrible row. And Honza left. He left his wife behind in the theatre. And Honza Prushinovsky believes his wife a lot. And she said, and she when she came back, that she saw this Tomáš. And so I'm there thanks to his wife. I knew who you were. Jaroslav Šváček, the screenwriter, the modifications that you did with Honza in the end, was there anything major that you had to sacrifice, although you didn't want to and Honza was insisting? Did anything significant change, anything that would have been important before? It was the form of narration. The I form, the voiceover, turned into a normal narrative without voiceovers. I wasn't strictly against. I actually prefer films without voiceovers. Would Honza like to add anything? What did he change? I didn't change much, I think. It took us a long time to work on it. We had meetings every few months. We discussed it. And then when you cast actors, you also modify scripts. You modify details in the script that perhaps even the actors come up with during rehearsals. You just implement what Jarda wrote. It's not about any major changes in the text. There's one fairly violent scene in the film. Matěj, what was it like for you? Your brother is beaten up quite harshly. What is it like to see that, to watch that? Was it stronger for you because he's your brother in real life? I thought it wasn't going to be, but I have to say that it's really, really unpleasant. Although it's all make-believe, I don't like shooting scenes like that overall. And if it's your own blood, the feeling becomes multiplied. So that was not nice at all. But Krzysztof acted that very nicely, so it really looked like they beat him up. But you did kick him yourself. That was cut out. Any more questions? I have a question for all of those who are willing to answer. Here at the festival, have you seen a competitor, any competition film, where you might think, that's good, we don't have a chance, or vice versa? The producer has been here for the longest time. Perhaps he might tell us whether he's managed to see any competition films. I saw The Red Spider yesterday. And as it happens, that's also partly a Czech film. And I have to say that I really liked it. But as for judging any chances, no, I don't dare. I don't dare. The same applies to me because obviously I know Home Care because we also co-produced that. I know The Red Spider. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any of the other competition films, so I don't want to judge our chances. I don't dare. Honza? We have only just arrived today. Personally, I think that film is not football. or athletics, so it doesn't really matter. We arrived today. We arrived 2 hours ago. And we have to go back tomorrow. How about you? When did you arrive?
Já jsem přijel.
I have arrived. I have also arrived. Today. An hour and a half ago. Anything else about the film that you might want to know? Once again, I'm sorry it's not going to be about this film, but I will take the advantage of the director's presence. What are you planning for the future? Several days ago, I finished shooting a series for Stream CZ. It's an internet series. It's called Monte Carlo, and it's about a second-hand car shop starring čtvrtníček Boryšenská, who's also in the Snake Brothers. It's like Blaník office. In other words, 12 7-minute short parts. And for the future, together with Czech television, we are planning a slightly bigger series that should be shot next week, but I don't really want to say much more. Because that's really still just starting. And in the case of this film, you're also the producer. Yes. We should say that. I realize we haven't said that. Ondřej and I are both producers. Did they change your thinking about the film as a whole and its journey into the cinemas and further? I think about it in the same way all the time. I try to spend more money. Less money. Unless there are any further questions, and I don't think anyone else is asking the floor, thank you for your attention. We will be here for a little while longer, so if there's anything you want individually, don't hesitate to approach us. But I think in about 15 minutes, the delegation will have to leave because they have further duties. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for coming. Goodbye.
Díky, na shledanou.